Hi, welcome to Live Like an Athlete. The title of this is Lose Fat, Not Weight, because you don't want to lose weight, you don't want to lose muscle, you want to lose your fat. And specifically when I'm talking to women, if you look at the height weight charts for body mass index, it'll say for the first 5 feet of height, you should weigh 100 pounds. And then let's say you're 5'5", you should weigh 125 pounds, for 5 pounds for each additional inch after that. And those charts aren't necessarily correct because they don't take into account how much muscle you have. So you have to look at whether you're ectomorph, mesomorph, or endomorph. And that means ecto is skinny, meso is kind of muscular, endo is having a rounded type body. And that'll give you a better idea of how much body fat you need to lose. By also getting your percent body fat, you can get that done with calipers, electrical impedance, or underwater weighing. So anyway, let's talk about how to lose body fat. Number one, you have to find out if you're the type of person that needs to abstain from your cheat foods like bread, pasta, cereal, and all that, or if you can moderate them, if you can eat them occasionally. You know, some people have to just get all of those types of foods out of their house and don't touch them, because if they do, it's a trigger food and it causes them to eat way too much. Second, it's getting into the right habits. And this, to me, the biggest one is meal preparation. Know what you're going to eat the next day and have it prepared so that you don't succumb to a binge of foods because you're starving and you happen to turn into a McDonald's. Third, remember that we're trying to shrink fat cells. And we're not going to lose fat cells. The only way to lose them is through liposuction, but you can shrink them by eating properly and doing the correct type of exercise. Remember, a fat cell is 5 times larger than a muscle cell. So what we're trying to do is become smaller, meaning she should fit into a smaller dress size if she's losing inches, which is what you want, and that's shrinking the fat cells. But we want to keep our muscle. Muscle is metabolic currency. The more muscle you have, the more calories your body burns even at rest. So you can look at some females and they look skinny with clothes on, but you touch them and they're kind of soft because they don't have any muscle. And a lot of women, they're interested in just losing weight on the scale, when that's not the factor that we need to look at. We need to look at how your clothes are fitting. You can tell if you're losing fat by, if you're in a mirror and you jump up and down, fat's going to jiggle. So, we know when we're doing it right. Now, a lot of women, when they go on a strength training program, they think they're going to bulk up. And especially, their thighs might feel a little bit bigger. They can't get into their jeans at first. But remember, once you gain the muscle, and a muscle cell, even though it's smaller than a fat cell, it's more dense. So that means you may not lose weight on the scale, but you will be losing inches because you'll be losing fat. So you have to give it time. Another thing, making sure that you're doing all the other things right, besides eating correctly. You got to get enough sleep. Getting enough protein is really important for women especially. So if you were to take a 150-pound female, one that was muscular, and another 150-pound female, one that was a higher percent body fat, the one that had the higher percent body fat would wear the larger dress size. But a lot of women feel like, gosh, if I get too muscular, I'm going to bulk up. And that's not true unless she's going to be taking exogenous hormones. So I know this was a long one, but and it was mostly for women, but it goes for men too. So anyway, we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.